Hey guys, Jeff with Westcott Designs. So we just received our new 6th gen TRD Off Road 4Runner. And we'd like to thank Toyota for making this happen. I'd like to thank Avondale Toyota for doing all this for us as well, for getting the car over to us. This is our brand new 6th gen 4Runner. We've got a bunch of parts already out for them, and we've got them on their website and they're available to order. But we're gonna go into some other things where it's not about just our parts, it's about just giving information, useful information to the consumers that are out there that are looking to buy one of these trucks, want to know a little bit more about these trucks, just some different things, because obviously the dealerships don't have them yet. They've got a couple of them, or they're coming in. But here's the thing, we really want to do is kind of give you some information, food for thought stuff moving forward, like in what you decide to do, if this is going to fit in your garage, it's not going to fit in your garage, if I lift it, if I do tires, what's it going to sit like? And then on top of that, just where you got for cargo space to put stuff in the back of it, what we got for ground clearance underneath it. So let's just walk around this thing. I'll share that with you. And if you have any questions or comments, please comment below. We'd love to hear from you so we can get some more information for you. We're going to continue with the 6th gen with a bunch of new product, with new bumpers and new skids. And we're going to continue with some other stuff as well. But I want to share some of this stuff with you to get you started, to see if it is even a vehicle that you want moving forward. I can tell you this, after driving the vehicle already, the truck performs very well. People don't like me to call it truck. I'm going to call it an SUV because people get offended and upset. So the SUV that this is, it's unbelievable. We've run this thing up against our supercharged 4Runner, our 2023 supercharged TRD Pro, and I will tell you this, it will pull away from it considerably. And for what it is, this is a non-hybrid model, but it performs very, very well. It's unbelievable on how well it performs. And even with 35s on it, it performs better than the supercharged truck does. So let's get started. So we're gonna start up here in the front, we're gonna work our way to the back. So up here in the front, I've got some measurements written down. And what I did is I took some measurements here. I wanted to measure to see where we are from where the bolting point is to the bottom edge here. And then from the air dam to the ground, we're 8.5 inches. So if you were to remove that, we've got a total of 14.5 inches ground clearance here in the front. And you can just see how they've designed the air dam to obviously direct the air around the truck, SUV. And then we've got the tow hooks here, which great mounting points. People talk about, they don't have mounting points in some of the vehicles. They obviously went back to the mounting points on this. They've got great locations. So we talk about where some people will take a measurement from the ground to the bottom edge of the wheel well here. We don't think that's a really good way of doing it. And the reason for that is because if I went to a larger tire and I took the measurement between the tire gain and the wheel well, my measurements are gonna come in differently. So we always take the measurement from the center of the axle right here to the bottom edge of the wheel well right here. So it doesn't matter if you just did a lift in it, you know what you gain there, or if you did a lift in tires, you know what you gain from just the lift alone by itself from here to here. So that's where we're at. So we did measurements at all 4 corners on this, and it's got a full tank of gas. Sometimes we see the vehicles, they'll have a little variance when depending on how much fuel in them or the person sitting in the driver's seat. But we measured this side, that side, and we're both at 20 inches with a full tank of gas. So pretty impressive that it sits even from side to side. So they've got the factory running boards here, and the factory running boards are almost in level. The brackets that mount to hold the running boards from the ground to the bracket to the frame surface below, it's 14.5 inches here on that. We'll move back to the back wheel well here. Again, taking the measurement from the center of the axle to the bottom edge right here, we're 22 inches on that, and we are 22 inches on the other side. So we talk about the guy saying, hey, I'm gonna lift my truck, I'm gonna put bigger tires on it. I wanna make sure it still fits in the parking garage. I wanna make sure it's gonna still fit in my garage. But let's start off with factory conditions. Nothing done to the truck. From the top edge of the crossbar right here, we're 75.5. To the top edge of the base roof rack, we're at 74 inches. Now, this 74 inches is the exact same height as the antenna in the center. So it's 74 here, 74 on the antenna there. So you're gonna be a little bit taller than this with our roof rack. I'll get you the measurements on that. But here, you're gonna be much lower than what the crossbar is on that. The lowest point on these vehicles is always gonna be the the rear differential. So from the ground to the rear differential, we're 10 inches on the rear differential. With that being said, if you look at the spare tire does look like it hangs down pretty far. It is actually it's about 10 1/4 inches on the spare tire to the ground. So the differential does hang down just a little bit lower. When I look at the height of the trailer hitch, it's got actually pretty good height. The spare tire is gonna be the hindering situation going through a ravine or a deep area. It's gonna open the back here for us. Oh, no, I guess not. But 20 inches, we've got 20 inches from the bottom of the hitch to the ground here. So we do have decent ground clearance. There again, it's gonna be the tailpipe. If you look at the tailpipe, it falls right in line with the back edge of the tire. So they obviously put a lot of that stuff in together when they designed it in thoughts. Let's open up the back here. You can open up the back here with the button, or there's a little sweep thing here. You can do that. And you can see how that opened up. I actually feel like this might have more cubic space. I haven't looked at the specs, but when I look at where we're at, we're 43 inches deep and we're 50.5 inches wide and we're 35 inches tall. So this is a non-hybrid like we talked about. There's a lot of really good room back here. It's very open. I think it has a lot of room, and the seats are adjustable so you can allow for a little bit more room. In some of the models, they'll have third row, so you're gonna lose some space here in the floor. But I don't know on that one how much you're gonna lose, because I haven't taken any of those measurements yet. I haven't had one here at the shop yet to do so. But all said and done, we'll get this thing put together. We'll share some other measurements with you, and let you know if it's gonna fit in your garage with a 35, a 37, a 285, 75, 17 with our roof rack, where it's gonna sit total. And hopefully that information is really good for you. And if you guys, like I said, comment below if there's any other questions you have about this 4Runner. Now that we have this 4Runner in our hands, we are going to continue to develop stuff for it. We're going to continue to share information for you. So we want to hear from you if there's things that you would like to know about now that we have this thing, and we're going to get dialed in on it. We're going to make sure we get you all the information you need. Thanks again for watching.